Antimicrobial agents, because of the property of their selective toxicity, can inhibit the growth of target microorganisms inside the host. However, these antimicrobial agents, they have different mechanisms of action. There are different antimicrobial agents and each of them can have a different mode of action. So let us look at some of the different modes of action of these antimicrobial agents. So the first one is cell wall inhibitors. Second one, cell membrane inhibitors, protein synthesis inhibitors, DNA synthesis inhibitors, RNA synthesis inhibitors, and then we can say metabolic pathway inhibitors. So in this diagrammatic representation, you can look at a cell. There is a picture of a cell, and then there is a picture of how these antimicrobial agents, they exhibit different modes of actions. So the first one is cell wall inhibitors, right? So this is a cell wall. This is the cell wall of a bacteria, and the antimicrobial agents, they can, if they inhibit the cell wall synthesis, it is very detrimental to the bacteria and they die. And also, as this cell wall is a specific and a unique characteristic of a prokaryotic bacteria, it is not present in eukaryotes, right? So it is definitely not present in the host, that is, we are talking about humans. So it is a highly selective drug, right? So cell wall inhibitors are often the best choice drugs because they are extremely selective. They harm only the pathogen and not the host. So these are some of the examples of cell wall inhibiting antimicrobial agents, right? Bacitracin, penicillin, vancomycin, cephalosporin, right? So this is the first mode, that is cell wall inhibitors, right? Then let us look at cell membrane inhibitors, right? So this is the cell membrane. This is the cell membrane of the bacteria, and there are antimicrobial drugs that inhibit they damage the cell membrane, right? The most important example is polymyxin. Then next we look at antimicrobial agents that affect nucleic acid synthesis, right? So some of them, they affect DNA gyrases. They target different enzymes. So some antimicrobial agents like novobiosine and nalidixic acid and ciprofloxacin, they inhibit DNA gyrase. So you can see they actually target the nucleic acids. Then there is actinomycin that inhibits RNA elongation, and then there is DNA directed RNA polymerase, that means the process of transcription. So these antimicrobial agents, rifampicin, right, rifampin or rifampicin, it inhibits transcription, right, by inhibiting this RNA polymerase enzyme. So these are some of the drugs that target nucleic acid synthesis, right? So cell wall, cell membrane, nucleic acid, and then there are drugs that inhibit protein synthesis, right? And this protein synthesis inhibitors, they in turn are of two types, right? They target different subunits, right? As we know, the ribosomes, they have two subunits, 50S subunit and a 30S subunit. So these antimicrobial agents, they target different subunits and they mainly inhibit protein synthesis, right? Erythromycin, chloramphenicol, erythromycin, chloramphenicol, they inhibit the 50S subunit, whereas tetracyclines and streptomycin, gentamicin, they inhibit the 30S subunit. So these are protein synthesis inhibitors. right? And some of the protein synthesis inhibitors, they also inhibit the tRNA, right, like puromycin. Then the last one will be metabolic inhibitors, right? That means they inhibit some of the metabolic activities of the cell, right? So the most important ones are the sulfonamides and trimethoprim. They are folic acid inhibitors. They interfere with the folic acid metabolism. So these are some of the modes of actions of different antimicrobial agents, right? Cell wall, they inhibit the cell wall synthesis, cell membrane, protein synthesis, nucleic acids and metabolic inhibitors. And these are the examples of these antimicrobial agents.